whatever.
Or say something.
Or sing anything.
Or to dance like no one's eyeing you up.
Just strike up a conversation without knowing a thing about who you're talking to.
Or walk into a room full of people and try to act natural.
I found when someone says, here are some choices.
A guideline or two.
Just a couple of rules.
Suddenly the fear is not the same.
And it's a game.
Welcome to the show. The show is a game. It's not a game show. It's just a show that's a game. A show about games. Don't know the name of the game. That's the show, though it's not a game show. Welcome to this game. The game that's a show. It's not a game show. It's just a game that's a show. Not a game about shows. You came to go to the show that's a game. We're not saying it won't be scary. And we hope to help you feel like you really can do whatever and find something and see some small things and move a little now and again. We'll begin the conversation so you have an idea about who you're dealing with. You walked into this room full of people and we'd like to thank you. Just listen close when someone says,
Here are some choices.
A guideline or two.
Just a couple of rules.
And you'll know all you need to know
For the show.
Welcome to the show. The show is a game. It's like a rainbow and that its flow is the same. And it goes without shame to sew the frame of the game. That's the show just because we say so. Welcome to this game. The game that's the show. Won't get a KO. Those aren't the flames that we throw. Don't aim to outgrow or reclaim and resow. The grain of the glow from our brains long ago. And train it to row us to plains of unknown. And we're so glad you came.
Show game, show game, show game.
Welcome everyone. We are very grateful that you've decided to spend some of your evening with us. I want to start by calling everybody's attention to the land that we're on right now and the institution currently occupying it. Dartmouth College operates on the unceded land of the Abenaki people who still reside throughout Indakina, which includes the lands now known as New Hampshire and Vermont. We recognize the painful history of genocide and forced removal from this land. Not only do we continue to benefit from the theft of this land, but much of the funds to build this school were originally raised by Samson Occam of the Mohegan tribe, who was not informed that the school would be built on Abenaki land. Dartmouth was founded on broken promises and violence against indigenous people. We'd like to pay our respects to the Abenaki people, the Alnoba, and we are grateful to be here today on their traditional lands, albeit without consent. With that in mind, the tickets for the show are free because we want this to be as accessible as possible. However, if you're someone with financial resources, we ask that you please make a donation after the show to the Abenaki Land Link Project, information about which can be found on a sheet of paper in the bags at your seats. We've also included links to information about the indigenous history of Dartmouth and the surrounding area. Speaking of those bags, there are all sorts of things in there. I know it's very exciting, but we ask that you please wait to dig around until we tell you to get out specific things. The only exception to that is a pair of earplugs in everyone's bag. If at any point you feel you need those, please get them out and put them in. I would like to reiterate now that this is a participatory show. We're going to ask you to do stuff sometimes. As a general rule in my life and art, if I ask you to do something, you also are allowed to not do it. Maybe we'll ask you to do something that's outside of your ability or that would cause you pain. So if that's the case, please do not do it, or feel free to do a modified version of whatever it is we're asking you to do. If it hurts to stand, don't stand. If you've got some serious postnasal drip, please don't sing, take care of yourself. Nobody up here is going to judge you for either opting out on an action or modifying it to fit your needs, so please, I want y'all to agree, none of y'all to judge each other for doing that, okay? Can I get some head nods? Thank you. However, we would love for you to try all the things that you can do, even if they make you a small to medium amount of nervous. Sometimes you won't have to do anything except for listen. The show is also kind of a variety concert because each of these lovely individuals has written a song that they will perform solo at different times throughout the show. So when those parts are happening, all you have to do is enjoy. Also, heads up, this is being filmed. If you really don't want to be in the video, please come see us after the show. For fire safety, there is one exit in the back. Good luck. The show probably runs less than 2 hours. That's what happened last time, but we don't really know. This includes a 15-minute intermission. Before we continue, and thank you singers for your endurance, I would love to thank a few people without whom this workshop would not have been possible. I'd like to thank Jason Merwin for all the technical support, Melina Zuccotti for publicity, Bree Perry and Jamie Horton for being accommodating with scheduling, the students and faculty of digital music for supporting my dreams, Professor Will Chang for inspiring me to pursue my love of games, Lisa Hayes for figuring out all this space stuff, Sonia Schumacher for keys, Sam Cannon for the music department support, the Alumni Research Grant for giving me some money, Yvonne Pelletier for helping me spend a lot of money, Kay Budney for the dramaturgy, Jack Langdon for filming, my advisor Cesar Alvarez, who is a constant source of support and empowerment in my art making, and my friends and family for all the things that they do to keep my life functioning. Thank you for listening to this pre-show speech. Now, without further ado, please enjoy the rest of the show.
Asking you to do this is scary. Something could go wrong, 'cause we're just in each other's hands, and we're gonna take that chance. This show, that is a game.
So, a heads up, throughout the show, we may at times refer to you as gamers. Some of you may not identify as a gamer. Some of you may have some baggage surrounding the term, or you might have been told that there's a specific type of game or a frequency with which you play to be considered a gamer, to qualify as a gamer. So in a similar way that I believe everyone who makes art is an artist, even if you don't identify as that as a strong part of your identity, or you're not making art all the time, while you're making art, you're an artist. And the show's called A Show That Is a Game. You agreed to come hopefully knowing that that was the case. And so therefore tonight, you're playing games, and therefore you are a gamer. So, now that we have established that you are indeed gamers, at least for tonight, can anyone tell me what a gamer's most important tool is? Snacks? That is a very important tool for a gamer to have. So thank you, Cesar, for that. Everyone, you aren't going to have snacks at this moment, but please snack up when you get home. Any other ideas? Your brain? That is important. Thanks for bringing your brains here. Yes, oh, Lexy, yes, what?
Their breath.
Yes, a gamer's most important tool is their breath. So, let's all focus on this vital resource. Gamers, I ask that you now close your eyes, please. In just a moment, we're all going to take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, then hold it for 7 seconds, and then release that over a count of 8 seconds. I'll count with you so you don't have to remember. All right, in for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, this time we're gonna do it again, but when you breathe out, add just a little bit of voice to your breath and just hold out whatever vowel sound comes out when you breathe naturally. Just sustain that pitch. So in for 4, hold for 7, and out on any pitch or vowel. That was gorgeous. Now that we've honed our breath, we're going to use it to play a game together. I stole this game from one of my favorite game designers, Pauline Oliveros, and modified it a bit. I call it Pauline's Game. So Pauline Oliveros was a composer who passed away in 2000. She may not have self-identified as a game designer, but she designed games nonetheless. She just preferred to call them sonic meditations. Pauline's Game is really a game about listening to each other. As fellow gamers in this crazy world, we need to look out for each other. So keeping our eyes closed, we'll all start by quietly breathing and listening to the room and to each other.
Whenever you feel compelled, breathe in deeply, and when you breathe out, sing a pitch and sustain it for the entire duration of your breath. This can be any pitch, any vowel, any volume. But once you've started singing, you have to commit to holding that sound for the entire breath. Then breathe in and breathe out at a different sound. Continue this process for each of your breaths. These do not need to be in sync, nor do they need to harmonize in any type of traditional sense. The key element of this game, though, is a choice. With each breath, you can choose to support the sound that's already around you, or you can depart from those sounds and make a sound that comes mainly from inside of your own head. Neither choice is better or worse than the other. Feel free to be as loud or as soft as you'd like. No vowel or pitch or volume is wrong. The game ends when we all come to a natural stopping point. We'll begin now. Breathe, listen, and whenever you're ready, begin.
You can open your eyes now. Look around you. Wasn't that nice? We all just played a game with each other that was not a competition. Well, starting now, it's a competition. As you may have guessed, the people in each of the 3 sections you're sitting in are your team. Together, come up with a team name. You have 1 minute. Go. All right. Team 1, what's your team name?
Team 2.
Ooh.
We're the shark finners.
The cash cats.
Firebirds with a question mark.
We're the spooky spookers.
The spooky spookers.
Spooky spookers and
great names. Now that you've introduced yourselves to us, we're going to introduce ourselves to you. That's me. He's a rather loud fellow who does what he can, known round town by some as Real Ohio Man. Oh, it's performers. We have to introduce a special remote member of our merry band. She sent us her intro all the way from London, where she's currently studying abroad.
Hi, my name is Valeria. I sing, write, and sew. I made these pants I'm wearing, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone. Turquoise shape-shifting caterpillar, blooming red flower of the Andes, wrapped in the spiciest fruits, earthy sigh, ocean winds.
He loves to sing. He loves blue cheese and wings. Yo, live, laugh, love him. He's great. We ain't bluffing.
Out of the embers of a fallen star emerges a figure revived. But within the ambitions that lead to the top lie urges to push them aside.
Major depression and acute anxiety. I do not blend well with polite society. I'm not very good at first impressions or seconds or thirds or, yeah.
Hi, I'm Lexy, 19, from Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, cat person. I only wear shoes with at least a 1-inch platform, and I always wear eyeliner.
Yay, now that you've met all of us, let's get this adventure started. As you might recall, the show is a game. Part of this game involves making decisions, so here we have a map.
That little smiley face friend, that's us. And you're gonna tell us where we should go, and then Trevor is gonna help that little smiley that is us navigate around the map.
We're looking for directional words, words that correlate to the arrows that you see here. So we're gonna start by taking turns. When I point at you, yell a direction.
Down.
Left.
Right. North.
East.
Down. Down.
Looks like we're headed to the baby house!
Welcome to the baby house, everyone. Well, look who it is on the playground. Hey, Val, what you got for us?
The first memory I ever had was I was walking past the yellow slide and this ginger kid who was slightly bigger than me and very much a bully pushed me just because. And I remember being very confused, not knowing what to do because falling onto wood chips ain't fun, and that was the first time I scraped my knee. I still kind of hate the kid that pushed me around at the playground, but now I found that scraping my knee might just be the best thing to happen to me. Just hear me out. Pavement cracks lead to aerosol, and I don't quite like rubbing alcohol, so if there's ever a moment where I don't scrape my knee, I have to ask myself, when did I start taking life so seriously? Because when I was 5, I ran towards an amusement park ride and I fell on some metal which went into my knee. Since the ride was starting, I couldn't cry, so I rode the ride with blood down my side. Of course, my mom freaked out and drove me home, and now she tells me how she doesn't know how I didn't get a scar on my knee when I was 18. I fell off a scooter at a party. Now I'm 19 and I fell off a skateboard, not a surfboard. When I went to Hawaii, I had the best time of my life and I scraped my knee, mostly metaphorically. And I love scraping my knee because it reminds me, despite paying taxes and almost having a college degree, you're never too old to scrape your knee. Ow! Okay, let's just try this one more time. Pavement cracks lead to aerosol, and I don't quite like rubbing alcohol, so if there's ever a moment where I don't scrape my knee, I have to ask myself, when the heck did I start taking life so seriously? Because my voice cracks and I tend to fall, and to be quite honest, I'm not that tall, so if there's ever a moment where I don't scrape my knee, I have to ask myself, when did I start taking life so seriously? I want to scrape my knee, and while I don't want to bleed, I'm in it for the experience. Not for the pain or physical legacy, I'm in it for before the fall. I love it for before the crash, so while I'm not going to tell you to always get back up after falling down, I am going to tell you to keep scraping your knee.
Right. Now we're in the baby house, and there's a baby in the house. We need to help her get around, and there's something behind that pink door over there. We're all gonna wonder what it is for a second. And then we're gonna start with Team Firebird, ? Could you close your eyes, please? And then when they're closed, just start shouting out directions for our baby to go. And Trevor over there is gonna navigate the baby.
Sure.
Right. Up. Down. Down. Left. Right. Right. Up. Right. Right. Up. Down.
Wow. Now let's see whose team ended up closest to that glowing dome. It's Piper's team. Wow. And also, well, Spooky Spookers is pretty close too. So y'all's two teams may now enter the glowing door.
Where are we?
We are in the basement. It might seem scary and gross, but there's actually something very exciting about this basement in particular. You see, there are a bunch of small cubes hidden around this basement. Team the Cash Cats, in a moment, you'll have an opportunity to search around this basement to your heart's content for these cubes. This will involve standing up and walking around the room, but not just yet, to find the cubes. This is a cube hunt! For those on the Cash Cats who won't be standing, you have an important task. You must cheer to support your searching teammates, or shout helpful instructions at them to help them find the things if you see something. Folks on Team 2 and the Shark Finners, not the Shark Finners. Inside your bags, you will find a noisemaker. Please use them to heckle the Cash Cats. Cube hunters, please leave your noisemakers in your bag. Now, before you take out these instruments, I want to give everybody the chance to put in earplugs if they want to, because it could get pretty loud. You have 90 seconds to hunt. When you find a cube, please don't open it yet. And when you hear us say, Cube hunters, stop, please stop. All right then. 3, 2, 1, hunt! Now, musicians, please disengage your instruments and place them back in your bags. I know, but otherwise we'll never get to hear the rest of the show. You get to keep them, so when you get home, you can play with them all you want. Now, cube hunters, please open your cubes. Carefully take a look at what's inside. You're free to keep it if you're in love with it. However, if you'd like, close your cube again and find someone on a team that did not hunt, preferably somebody that you don't know. Walk up to them, introduce yourself, ask their name, then say their name and say, I'd like to give you this cube. Try to make eye contact with them the whole time you say it, then set the cube down on the floor in front of them, contactless delivery. Also, feel free to give your cube to somebody on your team who's been sitting and supporting you. All right. Wow, we've got some very generous folks out here. It's time to award some achievements. The first achievement goes to Firebird for the Headbanger Award. This means that You ran into the wall the most. Piper's team wins the Expert Navigator Award. Because you got to the basement door. And then Spooky Spookers wins the Supper Time Award for landing on the dining room table. Piper's team and Spooky Spookers win the Cube Queens Award for finding at least 80% of the cubes. And I think you'll both also win the Benevolent Rulers Award for giving a lot of the cubes away. So thank you very much. Good game, everyone. Congrats to all who won achievements. Now let's step back into the house where Lexy will bring this round to a close. Give it up for Lexy.
Standing proof of a childhood long gone, the toy box that sits in my entryway, filled to the brim with a thick layer of dust, a blanket of time on a bed of memories, Barbies with shorn hair and board games missing pieces, crayon halves and pencil shavings, paints and an easel, roller skates, a skateboard, but only one knee guard, partly undressed baby dolls and half a deck of cards, a patchwork of my younger days, a jumbled history of sticky hands and scratched up knees and play pretend tea, made up worlds that only I know, the impossibility of letting go. The trains will run late and the sky will be blue, and that toy box will sit in my entryway. 10 years opened wide, now a decade unused, a blanket of time on a bed of memories. When does the end of childhood lie? When do we leave ourselves behind and grow up? When did I learn to say goodbye? When did I learn to say goodbye? How do I put my toys back together? How do I put my toys back together? How do I put my toys back together? How do I put my toys back together?
All right, where to next, gamers? And so that we can all get to bed at a reasonable hour.
So that we can go out at a reasonable hour.
Yes, or that. So that the show is a reasonable length, whatever everyone's individual, reasonable reasons are. Let's go somewhere that we haven't been before.
And this time we're not taking turns. Just shout out where you think we should go. Looks like we're unanimously headed to the pond.
Felt start protected by wordy distractions. My mouth is restricted to brief reproductions, and so am I cursed forever to thirst for the kiss of river, for the taste of silver. Forgive only by a shrieking or cry. Forgive only by a shrieking or cry. chart your path I follow. I know myself enough to think you less if you don't let go. What's a well upon the lake? What's a mirror but a fake? What's a mirror but a grave? Just a kindler set of flame. Treasure I could cross the frame. And you know I'd pay that price, but then you'd have to do the same. I put on the act, but the ear can't conceal what the eyes can't reveal. The squeak and the crack. I give only back the squeak and the crack. I give only back the squeak and the crack. I give only back the shriek and the cry.
Communicating in the mellowfish language is actually a lot easier than it sounds. Sometimes humans are actually capable of intuiting phrases in mellowfish. In mellowfish, there is a 3-note phrase that means, "I'd like a grilled cheese sandwich with tomatoes, please." Let's try and figure out what it is. Please sing any note. A C sharp, Trevor. Please sing any note. A D sharp. Amazing. Looks like we figured it out. La 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 la. Wow, that's what it means. That's what it is. Congratulations.
The mellowfish is saying something else. I can't quite make it out, but it sounds very sincere. Can y'all help us?
Let's try to construct the melody that we think it's saying, with a lot of sincerity. We'll do this melody making process again, but this time it's 6 notes long, and each team will get the chance to try it out. So, Team 2, please sing any note. D, Trevor. Any note. A D, Trevor. And the final note. E. Amazing. Let's sing that together. Team 2. La 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 la. Great. Okay, so we have these 3 melodies. We'll review the 3 of them. Team 2's melody, which is melody 1, is la 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 la, and Team Shark Finner's melody is la 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 la, and the Cash Cat's melody is la 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 la. You're right, I'm not.
I think I finally figured out what the mellowfish is saying. It's saying, "I love you, and you are worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for." Oh, isn't that nice? one of these three melodies that we just made means I love you and you are worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for.
Let's listen to them again. So, just to refresh. And then this is melody 2. And melody 3. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Dang. We'll fix it in post.
Now, everyone, close your eyes, please, and hold up one finger if you think it's melody 1, 2 fingers if you think it's melody 2, and 3 fingers if you think it's melody 3.
Keep them up. It is melody 2, which is the Shark Finners melody. Congrats, Shark Finners! You figured out how to say, I love you, and you're worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for in Mellowfish. Isn't that sweet? Let's sing it to each other right now, okay? So which one was that? That was the second one. Okay.
Piper's team wins the Confish Award for coming up with the silliest melody. Firebird wins the Basic Award for coming up with the most mainstream melody. Okay, Spooky Spookers win the Loopy Award for creating a melody that loops. They also win the Minimalist Award for coming up with the most minimalist melody. Firebird wins the A Shark Wit Award for having the most people guess correctly about the melody that means I love you and you're worth so much more than you've been rewarded for. Congrats, Firebird ? All right, and finally, Piper's team also wins the Atunud Award.
Y'all are so attuned to the Mellowfish that you were able to come up with the melody that means I love you and you're worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for in the Mellowfish language. Congratulations, Piper's team. Oh my goodness. Now let's all say goodbye to the Mellowfish. Thank you for your time, Mellowfish. Bye. And now, to conclude our watery journey, please give it up for Anna.
lost, but I know you'll find me. And then you'll see how much I love you.
Piper, I know we're having fun, but what do you say we take a little break?
Yes, as a treat.
All right, as a treat. Looks like we're headed to the clouds!
Under the shadow of a strawberry field, beside the bellowing trees of yore, a cauliflower cloud with the grace of an eagle, it slowly descends, gazing down upon the world, its outlook pure, its dreams yet to be killed.
That's spectacular. Can we give Griffin another hand?
All right. Now, since we're in the clouds, we're going to play a cloud game. We're calling it, What Does That Cloud Look Like? In this bag, there are all sorts of things written on little slips of paper. In the bags at your seats, each of you have either a small sheer piece of floaty fabric or a stick with ribbons on it. Each of your flowy objects is like a small cloud particle, and together you will be forming a cloud shape. Now, Team 2, which is actually Team 1, one of y'all are going to draw from this bag and pull out a thing. Do not show it to the other teams. Make sure everyone on your team has seen it. Then you'll work together to try and make that shape by holding your fabric and ribbons in whatever arrangement makes sense to you. So that might mean some of you have to stand up, but not everyone has to. Now, shark finners and the cash cows, you guys are going to be competing to see who... Oh, cash cats. The cash cats. Y'all are going to be competing to see who can guess what the thing is first. Very similar to how charades works. While movement is allowed, your teams aren't allowed to make sounds as part of the shape.
You must also stay in the general vicinity of your area, so people on the farther teams can stand up to see better, but don't go too far. Please stay in your seat.
Now, I need a volunteer from Team 2 to come up and draw an item. All right, now go show your team, but be sneaky about it. Don't let the other teams hear you or see it. You have 30 seconds to strategize a plan of attack, and then we'll begin guessing. So start discussion now. All right, make your shape and make sure it's visible for both of the other teams. You guys have 60 seconds to guess.
Adele.
You now have 60 seconds to guess. Yeah! All right, 30 seconds. Come up with a plan.
Excellent job, everybody. It's time for some achievements because this is a game, so let's see how the results shook out. So, Shark Finners wins the Cloud Whispers Award for having the quietest discussion time. Even though none of them were that quiet, but you know, someone's got to win that one. Shark Finners also win the Skywatcher Award for guessing the most things correctly. Congratulations. And then, because every team had their shape guessed, everyone wins a special award called the Stars Aligned Award. Congratulations, everyone, for winning the Stars Aligned Award. To celebrate the completion of this cloud realm, Isaiah will sing us a beautiful song, so please give it up for Isaiah.
Flying's not hard to do, even if they all ground you. Don't take much to be in the clouds. Feeling so light and free, I'm happy when I'm up there. There's no place better than the clouds. I'm floating away up to the clouds where I want to stay, soaring through the sky, my love to reach you. I'm better up this high. Join me in the sky, my love, I need you. I never let you fall. The world is yours, have it all. Our souls, our lives, we're never coming down. It's our Flying's not hard to do. I'll show you if you let me.
What a gift. Thank you, Isaiah. Can we give Isaiah another one?
We've already gone everywhere. What happens now?
Okay, dang. Okay, I guess we're in some kind of cave system? Okay, shout, everybody just shout left or right? Just like keep helping us through this. Yeah, that's, you got it. You could do it a little faster. Okay, I can't really like, just, I don't know, try to like, we're in a cave. Like, an ice cave. Just like, think about that. Really try to paint a picture. Come on. Yeah, just keep going. I'm sure we'll get somewhere. This is huge. Okay, it's happening again. Okay. Oh. Okay.
It's too heavy. Neither the PowerPoint nor I could handle the consequences of this delusion that I've been trying to manifest. 2 years ago I wanted to make a show and I saw it and everyone was gonna come away with something. Hope you'd leave feeling a little more free and full of possibility. But it's too heavy. There's a part of me that thinks the only art worth making is made together. So I did my best. I don't think it's good enough. I'm letting everybody down. And no one's gonna come away with anything. I didn't say enough. With
just want to hide myself inside a cave and look at shiny, colorful plastic things that I've collected. And I just want to sit down by myself and play computer for 10 hours without being interrupted. Nobody to disappoint, I sometimes need to make things just for me. And then if I still disappoint, I only have one person to blame. And I only have one person to thank. And I only have one person to say sorry to. And you've all been a joy to work with. I wouldn't trade this for anything else I could do. So no matter what happens, no matter what y'all think, you walked into this chaotic shit show, and I'd like to thank you. Hi, audience. Remember that thing you did at the beginning where you sang a note on every breath? Could y'all do that again for us? We need some music right now. I'll let you know when to stop. So just sing some notes, please. Thanks. So, to celebrate y'all, let's review the achievements that you have earned, because this is first and foremost a competition.
I'll take it, yes. In second place with 6 achievements is the Cash Cat.
And in first place, with 5 achievements, but a tuna is worth 5 points, so you all got 9 points. So, in first place are the Shark Finners! In first place are Shark Finners. No doubt.
Shucks, team 2.
Get what you deserve.
It looks like y'all won the least amount of things. That's too bad. But now it's time to award the grand prize. Team 2, you are the grand prize winners. The grand prize is a consolation prize. Most people think that consolation prizes are just like little trinkets meant to pacify you. They don't really mean anything. Okay, that's not what's happening right now, because we would like to actually console you with this consolation prize. Like as a friend might console you after you've had a bad date or something like that. This can go. There you go. Amazing. Yeah, I bet you're really upset right now, so we gotta console you. So the word console comes from the Latin solare, which means to soothe. And that's what we'd like to do for you right now. We'd like to soothe you with a little consolation serenade. And we need help from Shark Finners and the Cash Cats. Y'all have to help us console them. So just listen close when I yell at you to do stuff, and then just do it. You might think that every action you take determines some future position. Or you might think that every action you take determines nothing at all. And you might think that your every breath and gesture is tallied up on some heavenly register. Or you might think that none of your breaths change anything. And some might say that you shouldn't try, 'cause the game is rigged and it's all a lie. Well, that's not the kind of game I hope we're playing here. 'Cause you're worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for. You're worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for. You don't have to earn it. Wanna let you know you're worth it. And to tell you so, here's Please repeat after me again. We love you. 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 'Cause you're worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for. Again, you're worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for. You're worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for. Slow it down. You're worth so much more than what you've been rewarded for. And that's the end of the show. Please applaud that way. Valeria in London, give her some applause. And feel free to stick around after the show. We have a song that you can dance to if you'd like to. And please take your goodie bags home. There's no room in my apartment. Thank you. Let's bow.